Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, this is the BrewFerm taste testing, and you're going, they look different. Yep, this is the Flemish Brown, which you saw me brew. This is the Triple Terror. You didn't see me brew. I just had some camera problems, had mic problems, had all kinds of issues. So I'm like, you know what? We'll just skip straight to the taste testing and just rock on.
He just doesn't want to show you how it's done. That's all.
It's a secret, man.
Yeah.
Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate it. I got all the foam, and I try.
I mean, I got no foam on this one anymore.
Yeah, it's all good.
It evens out.
We're gonna. Normally you do the lighter one, then the darker one, but we're gonna do the Flemish Brown first because the Flemish Brown is a much lower ABV, much lower. So first of all, we were at 1.056 for the Flemish Brown, and it finished at 1.011, which is 6%. I can't remember what I did a little off, a little too much water. I think I put a little bit too much water, and it was supposed to be 6.2 or 6.4, something like that. So it came in a little lower. They seem to have it down on the last batch before they went out of business, at least in the US. You can still pick up Triple Terror. I've seen on eBay. It's a little expensive. Not sure why. It costs more than it used to cost to buy.
So you can't even get this.
You can't even get it. I can't find this one anywhere now.
Oh.
Yeah. But some people, and the reason I did the video, other than to piece in, because he's been wanting both of them, is...
Always a fan of Flemishes, so...
Yeah, he's been wanting the Flemish for a while.
Triples are always good, too.
Yeah.
Especially at that ABV, so...
We'll get to the ABV on that. But I had a lot of people telling me they were picking up Triple Terror and a lot of the other ones not expired. Some of the yeast was expired, but even the yeast on here was over a year expired, and it worked just fine. But they've been picking them up at like closeout and clearance centers and just places that I would imagine going and buying beer.
Is there like an issue with expired yeast?
No,
you just told me you used it.
It just either works or it doesn't work. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Either the yeast is dead or it. Okay,
yeah, and this said Union Jack, which I was thinking British, which wouldn't be quite the right yeast. I've had a sip or two of this already, and he has not, and it tastes great. I'm liking it so far. Not sure if it's Belgian. It tastes a little Belgian. It even tastes like it might have a little bit of lactic acid in there, which is a common thing in those. So, and then the Triple Terror came in at 1.074 original gravity, finished at 1.004. It used I can't remember, I think it was like called monk yeast or Belgian, monastery monk or something, which to me sounds like a Belgian yeast, so I'm good with that. Supposed to finish it somewhere between, I think it was 9.4 maybe, or 9.2, I can't remember, I think it was 9.4. Finished at 9.3, close enough, I'm good. That's way outside, that's like past my bedtime, you know what I mean? It just is, just a second. I've been trying to keep the ABV down, and it keeps going up. Okay, so first we're gonna do the Flemish Brown. We're gonna do a little taste test on that. He's never had it. I've had only a couple of tiny sips.
It's all right.
I think it's nice, and I think it's one of the better ones for some of the ones I brewed from there. It does have a hint of residual sweetness, and I do expect that in some of the Belgians. Yeah. But even when they're not, they seem to have it, even when they're super dry. But it tastes like it has a little like additional acidity, almost like a lactic acid or something in there.
It does have a little bit of acidity on top of the kind of like almost raisiny flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. That tastes a lot of raisin. I can give you raisin and even dark like prune.
I know they're technically different. Like I was gonna say, when I hear Flemish Brown, I expect kind of like Oud Bruin or Old Brew.
Okay.
Because they're very similar tasting. Yeah. Doesn't really hit that for me.
For me, it's a nice brown ale with a hint of Belgian flair.
It's nice. It's just not what I was expecting.
And now that he's said raisin, he's kind of poisoned the tree. Now I'm thinking I'm drinking like raisin juice or prune juice. You know what I mean? Not in a bad way.
Definitely prune and raisiny.
Yeah.
When you think about that more, it's nicer to drink, and that sweetness makes more sense.
Yeah.
In your head.
The weird acidity after, it's like not an aftertaste. It's late on the tongue. It's not an aftertaste. It's late on the tongue. It's good. It's just, I would like more Belgian in my face.
Should make a Flemish ride next.
I have to make a real one, not an extract. And I'm not busting on the extracts, but that's something that takes a little time, and I would like to, put the effort forth. So we're going to go straight into the Triple Terror. Triple Terror was their #1 selling beer here in the U.S. And I had more people. I probably had 3 out of 4 people when they were talking to me this is what they had tried, or this is what they liked, or this is what they were buying. They were all about the Triple Terror. And I don't know if it was because, hey, I just want to get drunk and ABV's high, or I just really like triples. I'm not really sure. Maybe a little bit of both.
Both are good reasons. So.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and try this. I have a microscopic taste of this. I have not really drank much of this at all.
So it has a Belgian yeast in it?
Yeah.
Or sounds Belgian at least?
Sounds Belgian. They would never divulge.
It smells like Belgian.
They would never divulge the information, but it was like monastery monk or monk. It sounded very Belgian. It didn't get called Union Jack like which was in this one. The other one. It has a little bit of esters, but they're very minute. Very.
It's kind of weird. Because it's like, it tastes like a triple at first, and then it tastes kind of apple-y.
I had a little sip earlier before I tried this.
Oh, maybe.
And I didn't notice apple. Now I can, yeah. Hang on.
Which I like, because I like
I got some
Calvados.
star sand here.
Yeah.
You know, rush your mouth. Now I'm smelling things like that. Didn't smell that before. I smelled the bubble gum, which is not my big thing. I do not like bubble gum that much, but it is in a lot of different Belgian and Saison type styles.
This is nice because it's kind of like Calvados, but like, of course, smoother because it's not 40% alcohol.
Okay, I'm starting to taste a little bit of what I call fruit or fruit esters that you normally get in most Belgians or some Saisons. I mean, even a hint, I could almost say this is like a little bit of a brother of a DuPont type yeast. So I get a little hint of the bubble gum, a little bit of the fruits. It's starting to taste more like a triple.
Yeah, as you go.
As I drink it, and I'm not drinking the other one.
As it washes away the Flemish.
The raisin.
Yeah.
But if you like the other flavor, just add raisins.
Yeah. Take a shot of prune juice.
And just put it in your triple, and it's all good. You can tell your, spouse or other person, hey, it's for my health.
As you drink it, the like prominent apple kind of fades into like what you're saying, like a fruit.
Yeah, it's
just
more
like a general vague.
A vague fruit with, I taste some stone fruit in there. I definitely do that, but it's mixed with a little bit of the spice and the bubble gum that you normally get from most Belgian yeast.
Yeah.
I love Belgians. I just don't like the bubble gum, and I try to play dodge the bubble gum and get the spice and fruit. That's what I'm always after.
I like this one more for sure.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why people buy this, and this is their favorite and was their best selling before they went belly up, at least in the U.S. I've seen a few things in Europe now, so I don't know if they're belly up there or they are still going and they just came out with some new products.
Oh, like maybe they shut down the U.S. branch only or whatever.
Yeah. It might have been due to COVID. I mean, COVID definitely killed a lot more businesses than I think a lot of people expected. So it's nice, but I will be giving a lot of it to him. I'm just not a big high ABV person, but
yeah, probably gonna take
it is starting to clarify. It was it had lots of particulates in it, and it was just from an extract. I would not have expected that. This one was very clear, but it's so dark it's hard to see. But this is clarified quite nicely, and I didn't put any kind of gelatin. I didn't do any kind of clarification on these. But appreciate you joining me. Happy Drew got to stop by and join me and taste test. If you see one of these and you're in a clearance center, check the bottom. That's where the actual stamp is for the expiration.
The yeast.
The yeast is inside, and you don't know that until you pop the top off, which I always cut it with a razor because it's hard to get off without breaking your fingertips. Who cares if the yeast is expired? You can grab some cheap yeast, not a big deal. But yeah, the bottom and the Triple Terror is definitely one I would grab if I could get it cheaply.
Yeah.
Some of these people on eBay are trying like $30, $40. They're insane. $20 I figure is a pretty fair price, and if I'm getting it at a clearance center, I'm looking for a lot less. So, cheers, and thank you again for joining us here at Bitter Reality Brewing. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.